Hello everyone, I Mukesh Tiwari welcome everybody in Smart Exam Academy. In the last video we had discussed about the President of India, his powers, introduction of the President of India. We had discussed in the last video how the President of India is elected, eligibility of the election of the President of India, the Electoral College. We had a small introduction about the composition of the Electoral College, the procedure of the election of the President, in which we studied that the President of India is elected by Electoral College, which is composed of the elected members of the Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha and the legislative assemblies. We also discussed about the reason of the indirect election of the President of India, the oath of the office, the term of office, the procedure of the impeachment process. We also discussed that the impeachment is the process by which the President of India can be removed from his office. And in the second video we had also discussed about the different type of powers that the President of India enjoys from time to time. We also discussed about the emergency powers, executive powers, legislative powers, financial power, judicial power, military power, diplomatic power and the discretionary power. About the emergency power we had discussed about the national emergency, the state emergency and the financial emergency. So and lastly we also discussed about the position of the President of India. So in this video we are going to discuss about the Vice President of India. We will first of all we will have a small introduction of the Vice President of India, and after that we will discuss the power of the Vice President of India as the ex officio chairman. We will also discuss about the powers of the Vice President of India. So let's begin. Welcome back. I Mukesh Tiwari welcome once again everybody in Smart Exam Academy. So so far we have uploaded 2 videos on the President of India, and this is going to be our 3rd video on the Vice President of India. If you have not seen the last 2 videos on the President of India, I will request everyone to watch that video first. Otherwise it is very difficult to understand this video. So let's move. The Vice President of India is called the ex officio chairman. Ex officio chairman, ex officio chairman of the Rajya Sabha. As the speaker is the chairman of the Lok Sabha, the Vice President is the chairperson of the Rajya Sabha. The speaker is the chairman of the Rajya Sabha. So in short manner we can also tell that the Vice President of India is the counterpart, is the position analogous or similar to the Speaker of the Lok Sabha. The Speaker is responsible for maintaining the discipline and decorum in the Lok Sabha. The Speaker is also responsible as the guardian of the privileges of the members of the Parliament. The Vice President of India is also enjoys the same responsibilities in the Rajya Sabha. So as the ex officio chairman in Rajya Sabha is the Vice President, the Speaker is also the chairman of the Lok Sabha. So the position of the Vice President of India is the similar as the Speaker in the Lok Sabha. So regarding the election of the Vice President of India, he is mainly elected by the Electoral College. But unlike the President of India, the legislative assemblies don't participate in the election. The legislative assemblies of different states normally don't participate in the election of the Vice President. The Vice President of India is elected by the Lok Sabha members and the Rajya Sabha members. And the Rajya Sabha members. The Rajya Sabha members. So far we have discussed that Vice President of India is the ex officio chairman of the Rajya Sabha. Similarly to the Speaker in Lok Sabha, he is mainly ex officio chairman or chairperson of the Rajya Sabha. His responsibilities are related to maintaining the decorum and the discipline in the Rajya Sabha. He is electoral by the Electoral College, but unlike the President of India, the legislative assemblies of the states and the union territories don't participate in the election of the Vice President of India. I hope it is clear to everyone. You can write down the introductory part of the Vice President of India. Let's move ahead. Regarding the qualification, he should have the same qualifications as it is there for appointment of the President of India. He should be a citizen of India. He has completed above 35 years of the age. He should be qualified as a member of the Rajya Sabha. He should not hold any office of profit under the union government or the state government. If he is enjoying any office of profit, he has to resign. Another thing, before he enters in the office of the Vice President of India, the person has to resign as a membership of Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha or legislative assemblies or member of the legislative assemblies. He has to put his resignation before he takes the office of the Vice President of India. So I hope I have been able to understand to everyone. Let's move ahead. The composition of the Electoral College. Regarding the composition of the Electoral College, I have already explained the composition of the Electoral College. The Electoral College is mainly composed of the elected members of Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha, and in case of the President of India, the Electoral College is also composed of the state legislative assemblies and the legislative councils and the union territories. The nomination, first of all, before contesting the election of the Vice President of India, at least 20 members of either Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha has to propose the name of the candidate, and it should be supported by another 20 members. Only then the candidate will get the eligibility to contest the election of the Vice President of India. Now, regarding the oath taking ceremony, the oath taking ceremony of the Vice President of India is mainly chaired by the President of India. It is the President of India who mainly administers the oath taking ceremony of the Vice President of India. Again, the Vice President of India can also submit his resignation, the letter of resignation, to the President of India, and vice versa. If the President also wants to resign from his office, he can also submit his resignation to the Vice President of India, and if the Vice President of India wants to resign, he will submit the letter of resignation to the President of India. I hope I have been able to make you understand. You can write down the main points here. Let's move ahead. The term of the office and the power. As in case of the President of India, the term of the office is 5 years. So the similar term of office is also applicable in case of the Vice President of India. The Vice President of India also enjoys his office up to the 5 year. He may also resign by submitting a letter of resignation to the President. As I have recently said, the same thing is telling in this paragraph also, for the violation of the Constitution by the Parliament. In case of the violation of the Constitution, he can be removed also, but the main difference between the removal of the President of India and the Vice President of India is that the impeachment process is applicable to the President of India, but not in the case of in the case of the Vice President of India. Not in the case of Vice President. Impeachment, he will not be impeached. The President of India can be removed on the process of impeachment, but Vice President of India, in case of the removal of the Vice President of India, impeachment process is not applicable. The Vice President of India can be removed by resolution in the Rajya Sabha. The resolution should be started in the Rajya Sabha, but after passing it from the Rajya Sabha, it has to be supported by the Lok Sabha also. So simple resolution is applicable to remove Vice President of India. But in case of the President of India, the impeachment process is necessary, which is a very lengthy process, and 2/3 majority is required to pass the impeachment process. But in the process of the resolution, it can be passed by the simple majority also. Let's move. Ex officio chairman of the Rajya Sabha. As I have recently said that the Vice President of India is called the ex officio chairman of the Rajya Sabha. The whole decorum of the house is maintained by the Vice President of India. He is also the chairperson of the Rajya Sabha. The chairperson of the Rajya Sabha. He is also called the guardian of the members of the Rajya Sabha. No member can speak anything without attracting the attention of the Vice President of India in the Rajya Sabha. So ex officio chairman is the main responsibility of the Vice President of India. So this is the first responsibility, and the second responsibility is that he take up second responsibility. He also acts as the president in case of vacancy of the office. Vacancy of office. In case the President of India is ill or his post is vacant, in case of his foreign tour, if the President of India is outside the country, so somebody has to take the responsibility to work as the President of India. So in this case, the Vice President of India takes the responsibility of the President. So during that time, he is also eligible to get the salary and the emoluments as applicable to the President of India. So during the term of his office, he will draw the same salary as the President of India as well as his own salary. So these are the two important functions of the Vice President of India. Except these two, no other responsibilities or functions has been assigned to the Vice President of India. So first one is that he works as a chairperson of the Rajya Sabha, or as the ex officio chairperson of the Rajya Sabha, or in case of the vacation of the office of the President of India, the Vice President of India will act as the President of India. So let's move. As I have recently said, work as the President. In case of the vacation of office of the President of India, the Vice President of India will take up the responsibilities. R. Radhakrishnan, S. Radhakrishnan has taken, he was the Vice President of India. So S. Radhakrishnan, Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan, has taken the responsibility of the President of India so many times. has taken the responsibility to act as a president so many times. So, in case of the duty as the President of India, the Vice President of India takes the emoluments and the salary of the President. So I hope that I have been able to make you understand about this about this small topic. So you can write down the main points of this. So till that, thank you. Thank you for being with us and watching the video. This is my email ID. If you want to ask any question, you can directly contact me on this email ID. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel for more and more updates. Thank you.